Yes! Slam!
Oh, there it is!
Bouncing forward. There's your slam! There's the dunk!
Hello, Gamer Nom is back. So for today's video, I am going to show you the strongest champions that you can use in the tournament dimension. But Gamer Nom, how are we going to decide? By checking the damage buff, the defense buff, or the decrease in damage taken? And last but not the least, the special skills. Like for example, Kakashi has a 15% chance of dodging attacks. Okay? So are you ready? I am ready. Eresis is ready. Let's start. Okay, so first we're gonna start with damage. As we all know, there are three categories when talking about damages. First one is strength, chakra, and sword damages. Okay? So we are going to start with the strength. I've already chosen champions that really increases strength damages, such as Asta. Okay, for strength damages, Asta is the best. Check that out. 62 damage using Sunfist. We're gonna compare it with other champions such as Gon. Only 30. See that? 62 to 30. Next is Mihawk, 42. After this, we're gonna get the top two champions. Okay, next up is Escanor with 60 damage. Okay, so top 2 for strength damages, we have Asta and Escanor. Okay, Escanor. Next up, chakra damage. We're gonna use this one, the Fire Fist. As you should know, the skills or powers that do chakra damage, okay? Okay, now we're gonna try as baseline, 12 damage, right? Okay, so first we're gonna use Escanor. Guys, Gon was nerfed. I'm telling you. Escanor with 24 damage. We're gonna try Gon just to make sure. Only 18 damage, guys. That's chakra, okay? Next up, we have Mihawk. 17. And next champion, we have Asta. 15. Okay, so for the highest damage in chakra, we have Escanor, and next is Gon. Next up, we're gonna test the sword skill damages. Okay. So I think the best champion here is obvious. By the way, we're gonna use this, the Blade Whirlwind, to check the damages. Basic damage is 15. Okay, so this is still so cool, guys. Okay, so first up, we're gonna use the strongest champion that I think is for sword skill damages, Mihawk. Okay, let's go. 33 damage. Next up, we have Asta. 18 damage. For those wondering why I chose these 4 champions, guys, they're in terms of damage and defense, they're on top of the top. Okay. So next up is Gon. 15 damage. Next up is Escanor. 30 damage. And also, why am I getting top 2 champions? Yes, we're gonna compare it later. For the sword, we have Mihawk, number 2 Escanor. Check this out, guys. For strength, the strongest is Asta, right? Next is Escanor. Chakra, Escanor is the strongest. Next is Gon. For sword, it's Mihawk. But number 2 is Escanor. On all the categories, there is Escanor, right? So now, you're thinking, if you want to fight in the tournament dimension, it's very hard to use only strength, right? Or only sword or only chakra. You will be using all those categories. So the answer here is clear. If you want damage, you should use Escanor. There are special cases, like for example, sword style. If you're gonna use pure sword style, I always use Mihawk because Mihawk increases sword damages. Okay, that's it. But you should also know the scale factors. What is a scale factor? Let's check this next example. The pyrokinesis, what's that? Severed universe, something like that. Yeah. The last skill of it is strength scale factor. Check that out. 75 damage. I'm using Asta. We're using sword, right? Check that out. I used Mihawk 51 damage. That's the scale factor. For this damage, that's a strength type even though we're using a sword. Okay? For fruits, scale factor is chakra. As you can see, the best champion for that is Escanor, right? Check that out. Gone 9 only. 12 for Escanor. Guys, you should be aware of that, okay? Next up, guys, we're gonna check the defense. Okay, so first chakra defense. Let's check Gon. For those who are not updated, Gon was nerfed. The damage for chakra is not that strong now, and the defense. Next up is Escanor, 3 damage. So if you're gonna ask me, I'll choose Escanor here. Next up is Asta. 4. Not so strong. Next is Mihawk. 2. That's surprising, right? The best is Mihawk for chakra defense. Next is Escanor. Next up, we're gonna try the strength defense. Asta, 4 damage. Mihawk, 7 damage. Escanor, 13 damage. Gon, 17 damage. Okay, so on the strength, we have number 1 Asta, number 2 Mihawk. Next up, the sword skill, defense. We're gonna use the rapid slashes. 8 is the baseline. For Mihawk, 1. Wow. For Escanor, 4. For Asta, 6. For Gon, 6. Okay, so I think the highest defense here is Mihawk, next is Escanor. Now guys, check this out. For strength defense, we have Asta, number 2 is Mihawk. For sword skill defense, number 1 is Mihawk, next is Escanor. For chakra, number 1 is Mihawk, next is Escanor. So as you can see, Mihawk has the best defense, right? For the last part of this video, we have the special skills or attributes. First is Chunks. If you reach 50%, there's a return damage. Did you see that? Damage is 7 to me. 14 will be returned to the enemy. Next up is Kirito. If you reach 20%, 20 or 25, your damage will increase 200%. See that? Next up, Itachi. If you reach 10% HP, you will be immune for 8 seconds, I guess. 8 or 10, I'm not so sure. Immunity. But guys, the best champion for this kind of special abilities for me is, yes, this guy. Endeavor. You won't be stunned. That's one of the most important things that you should avoid in fighting. Okay? So, for the damage, we have Escanor. For defense, we have Mihawk. And for special, we have Endeavor. This is my pick for top 3 champions in the tournament dimension. How about you guys? What can you say? Comment it on the comment section. See, how do you get these champions? Endeavor is sold in the tournament shop. Escanor and Mihawk, Fight Pass 3. So guys, make sure to get them, okay? Lastly, before I end this, if you're gonna ask me the best champions, top 2, Mihawk and Endeavor, okay? So that would be it. I hope that you learned something from this video. Gamer Nom, out!